Now let's get the thing started. I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, Bob Fisher.
Present.
Steve.
Here.
Nicole.
Here.
And Bob Yurik's here. Minutes of prior meeting.
Make a motion to approve the previous meeting minutes as written.
Second.
All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Minutes approved as submitted. And do we have anything, town attorney? Yes.
No.
Okay. Anything fire related, fire report?
No, just the dinner.
No, those are gonna be the rules.
Wonderful.
Do you want all my stuff then?
Oh, well, yeah, I guess I skipped you.
Okay.
My wife said make it a quick meeting, so, you know.
Technical difficulties.
Here's the payroll docket, the vouchers, and then the bank recs. I'll just pass all three. There you go.
Okay, thank you.
The only other thing I have is I'll send out some dates for pre-budget meetings for here in the next couple months.
Wasn't gonna be that fast of a meeting. Okay, nothing fire, police report. John submitted his. Did you guys also see it or look at it?
Yeah, he was not going to be present.
Building inspector's report, I don't think we had anything there. Utility report, Sean sent the statistical stuff to both Nicole and I, but he also mentioned that with all the rain we had, we were at 90% capacity, which is pushing upwards. So he said we definitely still have a lot of yes. Kept wanting to say influence, and it's like, no, that's not the right word. I, which I suspect is from sump pumps connected illegally to the wastewater side, but
People wouldn't do that.
finding it and correcting it is a different issue.
I just have one thing. So
Okay.
the NDOT water meter is gonna need replaced, but that's under warranty still. So it did not read last month, and Josh went out there and looked at it.
Okay.
So,
If we need to steal or borrow something,
oh, okay,
that should be the same size there.
okay.
As far as I know, they had a 2-inch, and that one's there's a 2-inch also.
Okay.
No wonder they were washing all the vehicles and everything down. Town engineers report. I did not have anything new from Lou, but it looks like
Yes.
you have something there.
Yeah, we do have a monthly progress report from VS Engineering from Lang. And this is primarily regarding the CCMG money that we did get awarded. So we're down to, we got the signed and completely executed contract through the state. That last week, I think they sent it to me. So now we're just waiting on a purchase order for the funds to be in place, and then we can give notice to proceed. The goal date on here is the 18th of May. So I'm gonna ask Nicole to help me remember by, which that's next Monday. So if we don't see the purchase order by like Thursday, let me know and I'll reach out to my people I know at NDOT and see what the status is. I don't know if that's some contractual drop dead date. On this schedule, it says notice proceed 5/18. So
Okay, I put it in here.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll make myself a note too. So basically, all we're waiting on is the funding to be in the bank
Okay.
so that we can proceed. And again, we're basically doing some stuff at the north end of Lebanon, crack sealing over at Still Meadow, and there was, I'm trying to remember the other places.
A little bit of church.
Was there on, there was a low spot on Brumfeld we were going to, I just looked at that. I don't know. Anyway, and then the issues up on Levi Drive, and this goes back to when we submitted end of last year. Levi was not in our street inventory; it was just an oversight, and so we're amending that, and we'll get it in there for the next round. So we're going to have to kind of limp Levi along. I know the people. It's a very similar situation to Still Meadows, where it got developed and it's not a very thick road, but it, again, part of their problem up there is all the residents park on it.
Yeah.
And the road's gonna always be tore up. So we'll do what we can in the next round of CCMG funding to get it straightened up. But again, that's a topic that we probably gonna have to take up at some point, is we have a lot of residents that park on the streets, in the streets, is it something we wanna address? Moving forward, it's just tough. It's tough on our roads. So, anyway, any other questions about the CCMG project? Yeah, Lebanon Street, Huber, Church, Cherry, and Brumfeld. Cherry's the north end past 2nd Street. So, shouldn't be a long project.
I think that was all engineering. Anything financial advisor other than setting dates for budget? Zoning, Dan, you're here.
So, still haven't heard anything from Todd Branner. The ball's kind of in his court. I've explained everything that he needs to do. He's got the paperwork to fill out for that vacation. It does require a public hearing, so he has to advertise it and everything, but have you heard anything?
I talked to him, and
Okay,
I don't think he's in a hurry, but he does know what he needs me doing.
okay.
So,
Okay, so as soon as I hear from him, because I told him, I said, we should schedule that public hearing during town council.
Yeah,
So-
just
And he knows it's the second month. But anyway, just issued a permit for a room addition on 123 Sunrise Lane. Let's see what else. We have new people on Plan Commission. We've got 2 new people, Cameron Chapman and Josh Hawkins. And we have 1 new BZA member, Paul Miner. So next, what is this, May? So this month, we're going to have our first initial Plan Commission BZA meeting of the year, which we typically have in January, but I wanted to wait till we had some new members before we did that. So that'll be actually, since it falls on Monday, which is Memorial Day, it's going to be that Tuesday. And I sent information out to everybody on that. And I've only got 1 person who could not, because I just said, let me know if you cannot attend. And that way we'll introduce the new members to the current members and kind of get things going on that. So, been talking with Crestline developers, and they are going to come next meeting, next month, and talk to you guys about what they would like to do. They're looking at 5 to 7 acres over that Corsam property, that R1, the yellow there. But they're looking in the back, so it'd be like on Cody Drive. And that's where they're looking to do, I believe he said they would like to do 48 apartments on there. So he's gonna have more information. I told him the first thing he should do is come and talk to town council, present something to them. Because, you know, I said it'll go before plan commission. I said the plan commission's advisory. That's the last say. Yay or nay. I don't know if you guys have taken a chance to look at their website, but it's gonna be probably similar. They're doing a project right now in Attica and one in Williamsport. And it's probably gonna be similar to that because they're doing, I think, about 44 units in each one of those areas there. So there's a schematic on there so you can kind of see what it's gonna look like. Of course, we have our own design standards here. So that'll be something that we'll talk about with them. So he's planning on coming next month, that meeting, but they're gonna go ahead and apply for a rezoning. So they can meet the June deadline on that. Typically, you know, it would just go concurrent with their site development plan, and we do the rezoning. They want to go ahead and apply for that. And I said, sure, you can go ahead and do that. We'll get a better idea from you guys next month of how you feel about the project on there. So, but it will be in the back. They're looking, I think, to do access right there at, it looks like Second Street. I think, Bob, did you say it went to Myers?
Third Street goes to Myers, doesn't it?
Does it go that far? Because according to the GIS,
No,
he
Second
owns that, clear to that, just that little stub that comes in. There is a stub that goes up,
Mhm.
which it has access, that gives access to that property, actually. But that's something, you know, once they get, you know, if this thing gets going, they get an engineering board, figure that out.
So, I don't know if this is appropriate for open discussion, but in your professional opinion, you know, with what, and is this considered high density housing because it's an apartment type facility? I mean, like right now, I mean, I don't
Well, I
know.
mean, it's, you know, higher density than
Sure,
typical.
yeah, residential, like a subdivision.
Residential, it's apartments on that. I
Well-
don't know how large the apartments are or anything, but.
Yeah, what I'm getting at is like, you know, we have the apartments back there on Cody Drive. We have the old school building. If you count the one on Railroad, it's only like 3 or 4 units, whatever
Yeah.
that is. But we don't have much beyond that. From your, again, your experience in small towns, is there like a ratio or a percentage of that you?
Not particularly,
think
I
is-
mean, for you guys, I mean, we've talked about it when we, you know, doing the comprehensive plan and everything, we talked about apartments. There's, you know, it seems like every time there's a rental here, it's like gone.
Mhm.
And I know there's waiting lists on the apartments that are here already. So the need, we know the need has always been there,
Mhm.
especially with having the school here. And a lot of people, when they want to move to a new area, they kind of want to rent first.
Yeah.
And then to see if they really want to live there, so that I think would help out as well. It's gonna help out, it's gonna be, you know, more water and sewer, you know, money coming in, tax money coming in. That property has sat there, oh my gosh, for how long now? I mean, even before I started with you guys, that was 2006, it was already in the town. I don't know, was it proposed for something a long time ago, Bob?
The PUD or the
No, the
R1?
R1 that
There's
sits
been
on
a
the-
couple
It-
developers show interest in that Corsam property, but I don't
When
know.
when it first went in, it was gonna be higher, the perspective was higher in single family housing,
Okay,
was the vision of the developer. And they,
was that, what was his name? Who owned
Well, I know who owns it now, but
that? You know what I'm
but he
talking about.
lived like across the street and
Yeah,
had property
old
in
gentleman.
Jamestown, and
what was his
Yeah.
name? The old guy.
He was a
it,
character.
it's spinning around in my Rolodex. It's just not coming to mind.
Every once in a while, he'd come to a town council meeting and
Yeah.
he'd be fired up.
But part of his goal was the first time around with the town getting water, he wanted to get it annexed ahead of the water development so that we would at least extend it
Yeah,
to-
'cause that was
to
20,
the,
that's
yeah.
been 20 plus years.
oh yeah. And then that didn't go through when,
Which
Indian.
has surprised me the whole time because out of all the properties, it's already annexed. There's, there was always sewer there and now there's water there. Anything else kind of has to, be taken to a little bit. And it's got, frontage right there on, 136. It just has always surprised me why that has not been developed.
Yeah.
So, but I know the property has never really been listed. It's never been listed by a realtor or anything. 'Cause they had to actually call them and ask.
Yeah.
So, but they said they were more than willing to parcel off on that. So yeah, so they'll be here, like I said, they're gonna come next month and talk to you guys and do a presentation. I, told them to have something together, so they can visually show you, what's going on. Now, they also manage their developments too. So they don't just build and then, there's a separate, someone else who buys it and then manages it. They've got a couple different places you can see if you go online. They've got a place in Bloomington, I believe. They actually, in Bloomington, they also have single family home development that are rentals on that. So, which I've never heard of that.
Ralph Beam, remember
there
him?
you go, yeah.
And I actually remembered
Thank
before
you.
I actually found it, so I guess I'll leave her.
Go around. So anyway, so yeah, so that'll looks like it's coming this way. So we'll just have to, it'll be something for the new planning commission members to get their feet wet right away. So, let's see, new business. I did have a call this week. Somebody looking for, they actually were asking about the property, that southeast corner there, of 74 and 39. It's got the sign up. It's a construction equipment rental company. They're looking for plus or minus 5 acres. I pretty much told them no on that. First of all, it's not zoned for it. And it's just too visible. You wouldn't want a construction rental place right there at the interstate. But it's just not zoned for it, for one thing. I did suggest that they might look at, and I don't know Paul, is Paul Brasher's still wanting to sell that property there? I thought, is it Williams?
Yeah.
I thought he had it under land contract, but I haven't heard anything about that from him. But it's already zoned industrial. It's still, that type of use though still would require, even in an industrial zone, still would require a special exception on that. So whether or not that's, it's a skinny piece of property, and I don't know how difficult that might be. I don't know if they would, I don't think they would be allowed to store anything.
Yeah.
The wires.
So question back to the person that showed interest up there, is it like a contractor type rental? Are we talking like Sunbelt, Cat, somebody like that, or is
He
it
just
more
said
of
it's a construction equipment rental company? So I just thought it was probably like,
yeah.
Bigger like Caterpillar type of thing.
Okay.
And all
Yeah,
that.
I was thinking if it were more of like a Dean's rental over in Pittsburgh or in Brownsburg,
Sure.
that could be beneficial to the community,
Yeah.
just from what those people provide, you can go rent something, way cheaper. You don't have to run all the way to Brownsburg. And so,
Yeah.
but anyway,
But yeah, that's the only thing I've heard. I haven't heard back from. That was just a suggestion, I thought, because, I don't know what else that property can be used for. It's on the railroad, so, there's not much that could be built there. But we'll see what happens with that. I guess there had been rumors about Cash Concrete building plant, and they are looking around Lisbon, I guess.
you don't know the story.
They tried in Pittsburgh, correct?
So they got that shot down, but they purchased a 17-acre tract of land right out here between Pittsburgh and Lisbon, across from that horse farm.
Oh, like.
Yeah,
down the
it's
road,
county, yeah. We had quite an exciting meeting, when was that, last fall?
okay.
And had people basically saying the town should oppose it, and it's not in our jurisdiction, you know?
Yeah, I called Hendricks County, talked to Tim, the
Mhm.
director there, and he said nothing's been filed.
No, I think they purchased the property,
So,
that's
He
it.
said he was kind of surprised nothing's been filed.
Concrete plants are expensive, so maybe they're building up cash or something, but.
But that would be far enough out of town, basically.
Yeah, we had one guy saying that it was gonna explode and kill 1 million people. And then one guy kept cursing, and we all offered to have him removed from the meeting. And then they demanded we write a letter against it, and we said,
Seriously.
nope.
Is there an out of Crawfordsville, maybe?
Greencast.
Greencastle?
I got one in Russellville too.
Yeah. So we need concrete in the area, so.
Okay. And I don't know, we want to segue to Steve?
Either that or we can do a new business, whatever we want to do.
Unless you just want to get your part done, and,
I'm done.
I mean, you showed up late, you can't leave early.
It's probably the first time I've ever showed up. So, but,
Waiting to make that left turn off of 74, weren't you?
well, luckily there wasn't any line. So
Yeah.
I met with Steve last Friday and I left here about 4 o'clock
Yeah.
on that.
Yeah.
And it was already lined up almost down to the highway at that point. So,
Okay, so we'll
You can do a new
pause and then we're up to maintenance report. So the other Steve 2.
Ready?
Yeah, go ahead.
Just basically mowing and tending to the equipment, really nothing exciting other than, the repair I did over there on Brumfeld with the, spoke with a homeowner, I think it was probably a garbage truck or something, we're figuring that broke the sidewalk over there and damaged the, he's got like a drain line that runs underneath the sidewalk, so I was able to get that fixed, fix the drain line and then just patch some concrete in, and I also went down there to, Levi, and the gentleman that had been complaining about the end of Levi, he was out there mowing his grass and stuff, and spoke with him a little bit, and did the best we could. They were it's kind of right there at the end of his driveway, he knows the worst of it, like I talked, I mean, it's checked up pretty bad, you know, probably about the last 90 feet of that one lane is about the worst of it, you know, is what it is, so, but, other than that, got the tractor switched over, so the Deere's, we're getting rid of that. It's ready to go tonight. The Kubota's hooked up. I can mow with it. There's a few adjustments I gotta make. It's not gonna be mowing with the Kubota. I got some chemicals at Rural King to spray, some like glyphosate, which is an all-weed killer, and then some Crossbow to start trying to get some control down there at the plant, and also just I'll keep spraying around the building here every couple weeks or whatever. Nothing else super exciting. Oh, did the sign order with all signs?
Yeah, it shipped today.
Okay. Did that questionnaire, so, you know, maybe they can, I'll keep that on file or whatever, I can send you that.
That's a good idea.
Digitize it. If I didn't already send it to you, but, that way we got that on file if we ever need more signs in the future or whatever, so.
I know we had discussions during Brad's tenure about with the new truck, old truck, plow and all that stuff. You know, I'm still kind of the opinion the old truck's paid for, and plowing snow is very hard on
Very
them.
hard on.
And as long as it's doing the job, I say we use it till it doesn't do the job anymore before we go invest in
Mhm.
outfitting the new truck with plow and everything. I mean, what we have works very well.
Yeah,
So that's still, I think that was the only other surplus equipment thing we were really talking about. So
oh, and then, I think I did send you guys out an email, for whatever reason, when I pulled the new truck out of the garage, I'm trying to think, last time I was down there mowing, like the wiper just kicked on, and then they kind of stopped, and I don't know if we got like a body control module or something going on with it, but I already talked to Harris Chevrolet, and I believe it's still under warranty, like they have, like we just gotta get it down there, I gotta get it down there sometime. Because the wipers aren't working right now, but I haven't really drove it yet, they're just pulling out of the garage to bow and
Yeah.
back it back in. But something,
If you, I don't know if you have to schedule an appointment, but I mean, you can always text us, and if somebody's
Yeah.
around, we'll come pick you up, or,
the service rider's good with whenever, they got a drop box over there, I just need to get it over there to him.
Okay.
And, he said there's, I think 2 or 3 recalls he's got on the truck too. He didn't go into detail about the recalls, but he didn't make it sound like they were a big deal, so.
figure out a night you want to take it down there and drop it off, and I'll follow you down and bring you back, so.
Sounds good.
Do you guys want to?
Yeah, I was gonna say, based on that, just for the records, we did talk about the tractor.
Yep.
It's been approved, just on the records. I delivered the check to Nicole,
Yep.
so we have the check.
We got good
Um,
value out of that.
Yeah, we got 5,500 out of it.
Yep.
Yeah, so that's what,
So it's ready to be picked up
ready to go.
anytime tonight?
Yeah, I just got everything swapped over. We just need to pull the new truck out, and then you can pull it out,
okay,
you know, but
keys are
it's,
in it and everything.
yeah.
Okay. There's a guy I work with, so I'm gonna deliver it to Edinburgh tomorrow. So. He's excited about having a bucket. He's got horses, so he's excited about having a front bucket.
Okay, technology. I think we all changed batteries, so I think we're good. Still good? Anything else?
Not
Okay.
right now. The updated website is there, but there's not all the content yet.
Okay.
I'll send all of you a link to access it, and if you have concerns or thoughts, let me know, and I'll make those corrections and updates as I continue adding content and work to get it made publicly accessible in the next few days.
Okay, old business, don't think we had anything still up in the air. Okay, new business.
Like Dan said, I did meet with him Friday. And I think with the interest we're showing the community, the comprehensive plan is due to be renewed by the end of this year. It runs from 22 to 26. So we did mention that we need to get that renewed, updated. It's probably good to do with developers coming in. But along with that, I talked to Dan about developing a parks department for the town. That's been kind of what I want to be pet project with the town. So he's given us a proposal. It's $4,000 for the comp plan, $4,000 for Kaiser to basically develop a parks master plan, 5-year development plan, and that is the first step in developing a parks department. Because we have to have a master plan, we have to elect a board or choose a board. So I guess I wanted to propose that you guys take a look at this. This is his contract / proposals.
I emailed that also today.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
Steve did too.
one is for the comp plan to be updated, which needs to be done anyway. And the other one is for Kaiser to develop us a master parks and recreation plan so that we can start developing.
I'm assuming the park stuff is very similar to what we've discussed in the past
As far as,
when we've kicked around the what's involved
yeah,
and
it would be, of course, the comprehensive plan is ready to be updated. And plan commission would be always that steering committee who does that. Now, the parks plan would be a new steering committee.
Yeah.
So basically what we do, I just, for the first time in AMO, did one for them 2 years ago. They don't have any parks either, but they wanted to park plan because they wanted to have parks. So it's a little bit of a different animal than when you go into municipalities who's already got a park system, and just because you're kind of usually either doing an update or doing one for the first time, but they've got facilities and everything put in there. When you have no facilities, the bigger part of that is going to be the financial section on that. And talking with Greg Bickus, who's the director of IDNR Parks Plan. So that's where, first of all, the steering committee, we want to get volunteers from the town who are interested. And the people in AMO who did that, who were interested, they basically became the park board at that point. Park boards need 5 people to be a park board. It's all state statute in there. But typically, that's what you want to do is have whoever is involved in that steering committee would eventually be on the park board itself. So yeah, so it's, and it would just, we do have a small section always in the comp plan about Parks and Rec. This is just going to be a larger, more detailed for, we've talked about, what are some open space areas when we did the comprehensive plan. If there's development, we already have it set in the zoning ordinance and site development plan that if there is a new development, they need to, lay out some park or playground areas. Like MI Homes was going to have, I believe, 2 small playground areas and then the trail, the walking trail in the back there. So those are things that we want to make sure that we're requiring of any new developments that come to town, and that's kind of part of that park plan as well. So we, I think, kicked around years ago with the Lions Club, as far as is there a partnership that could be with the town and the Lions Club, to maybe improve that area. That's a kind of a natural, already, park area. It has a community building and everything. What type of building and brand new. But those are things that would go into that plan. If that did happen, does that need to be upgraded? What would be the cost of an upgrade for that community center? So yeah, so those are just the different items in there.
And another interesting thing that he brought up too is because parks and part of having a park should be developing a trail program, and maybe a creative way of financing this is maybe using the sidewalk fund that we have, because it's like he says that's is intended for sidewalks. This is a way of developing the plan that creates parks, which is going to create trails and sidewalks. So I don't know if that, however much money we have in that,
Those funds have been sitting there
in that account,
for,
that we could use some of that money to pay the,
20 plus
to develop the
Yeah.
plan.
Yeah, and that, I mean, absolutely. I mean, we got to, again, move forward with purpose, like, I know it can get frustrating because sometimes it's like there's no easy answer to some things, but, I like the idea of partnering, in our community with places like the Lions Club or the Methodist Church. And
We were talking, baseball, it's got a baseball field
Yeah,
and
and-
building already, and
and then it's a question of, how it's a partnership. We wouldn't necessarily have to own the land, but I think there would definitely be a funding requirement, things like that. Or, I think we talked about this parcel right back here. If we could buy the burned up house, right, it's a nice sized parcel. Might make a nice little dog park area or something, or,
And that's kind of what, during the planning process, what the steering committee would do is we'd take a look around town and see, hey, what's a good option? Maybe that's a great option. It's right next to the town hall.
Yeah.
Or at the town
So-
park.
I mean, I'm for it. So this stuff here, are we budgeted for on the engineering side or the planning side for this?
Can I send it to Jared just to make sure?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure we are. I just need
Yeah.
to figure out how.
That's the only thing.
Or
We just
where?
make sure we're
Yes,
not
where.
robbing
Well,
Peter to pay Paul.
I small towns don't have much money, and you guys are always,
Yeah.
but that's why I
We
thought
tried.
maybe dipping into that sidewalk.
Yeah.
fund,
And again, I don't know if we have any, if there's any stipulations on that money. I think that was it was willed to us, correct? Years and years ago.
Yeah,
Again,
earmarked for.
You make the
size like
connection
that.
of sidewalks and
trails.
recreation. Maybe that is a big part of our parks department is getting legitimate sidewalks through town, not just a block here, a block there, half a block, giant crater, you know what I mean? So,
And we want to make sure, we had an opportunity when MI Homes was going in to hopefully to do a connection from the town to the high school.
Yeah.
So that's one of the things we'll want to look at too, is because it's difficult, because the west side dips down so
Yeah.
much.
Yep.
And so you pretty much are looking at the east side there.
Yeah.
Now, luckily, the bridge is wide enough, and I think, they made room there.
yeah.
For sidewalk and all that, so, but yeah, let's need to have that connected.
Let's let Nicole check on the budget, make sure we're good there. And I have no issues with the cost. So
It'll be, the comprehensive plan part will be great for the new people coming.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
some
get
things
them
you
to
get.
sink their teeth into it.
Yeah, they'll really be able to, so that's like perfect timing.
Yeah.
So probably would start like July or August
Yeah.
on that, so.
We got time to table it till next meeting.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
we'll just
Well,
table
I mean,
it.
as long as we're good budget wise, we can approve it pending budget check. And then we can
If
just
we
sign
want
it.
to do that.
Once it's signed, she can PDF you guys and that notice proceed, so.
Then, motion,
I'll make a motion to,
but let's do a motion for each,
okay.
I'll make a motion for both.
one at a time.
Just,
We'll do both, but I know what you're.
He's
I'll
in
make
there.
a motion to approve the, agreement to, do the comprehensive plan update.
I'll second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
And then I will follow up and make the motion for the contract to start our park department planning.
I'll second.
All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. So,
The
well,
next thing real quick.
Wait,
I'll-
and all that is a pending
Pending
budget check.
budget check.
will be to now think of people who would want to be,
I
to
nominate
serve on that steering.
And you told me I could be on the steering committee, correct?
Huh?
You said I could be on the steering committee.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep, you can be part of the steering.
Yeah. I mean, I definitely
I
want
would
to be on it.
make a suggestion on the little brief announcement area on the sewer bills. If interested in being involved with Park Steering Committee,
There's only so much space.
Is
Like
there-
happy
yeah, I would,
New Year's.
I
about
would
it.
suggest doing,
Website.
because where are we at?
There's not very much
So you're
room to type.
On the
updating the website or?
On the
Okay,
utility
so
bill.
basically what's. So, because we want to be able to use that website for items like this. And one of the things I know we probably didn't do and we probably should do at this point is send a mailer out to every household that tells about the website. And then we can also add in there if you're interested in serving the steering committee for the park plan on that, so that everybody knows. And they can go then to the website if they want some more information on it. So any information then I can contact, I'll need your contact information so that you can put that thing, because really that's something that should go like right when the website comes up to have on there. So, okay, cool. Awesome.
okay, any other new business? Citizens' comments? Non-citizens' comments? Motion to adjourn.
Make the motion.
We are adjourned.